All right, so tell me, at any point in 2020, have you felt overwhelmed, frustrated, burned out, maybe a little bit like lost in the woods? I get it, me too. But I think I found an answer for us. I think I found a solution to that overwhelmed, lost in the woods kind of feeling. Today we're going to talk about it. So if that sounds like something that would be helpful to you, especially in the last 90 days of this crazy year, just stay tuned. Okay, so let's talk about that feeling of overwhelm. And first of all, let's just get it out on the table. Overwhelm is one of my least favorite words in the entire world because I do believe it is a choice. I think it's a mindset choice. We choose to put that word on a feeling that if we put another word on it, would probably feel a little bit different in our perception of it, in the story that we're telling ourselves. Think of it this way. When you're excited and when you're nervous, the physical feeling is very much the same, but the word that we put on that physical feeling changes how we perceive it. So overwhelm is probably the same. It's just kind of, we're busy. We have a lot going on, but overwhelm suddenly has this negative connotation, makes us feel like everything is harder than it is. When we get really real with ourselves, when we give ourselves some truth love, I don't say tough love anymore. I say when we give ourselves some truth love, we understand, we're really not any more busy than anybody else, but we can feel like, especially right now, this weight, like this incredible weight. There's so much to think about. There's so much taking up space in our brain. Maybe it's virtual schooling or homeschooling, or am I going back to school and work and just all the issues that are happening right now, social issues, economic issues, very real logistical family life issues. All of that stuff is taking up space in your brain. And we can feel overwhelmed, even though I don't like that word. We can feel completely out of control. We can feel like nothing is in our control. And we can feel, I call it like lost in the woods. And if you've seen Frozen 2, immediately when I say that phrase, lost in the woods, you have a song in your head, don't you? Have you seen Frozen 2? If you haven't, you must go watch it. You must. But you have that sort of lost in the woods, lost in the wilderness. Like you can't even figure out which direction to go. And I think that comes down to one word or a phrase around this word, and that is lack of clarity. We feel overwhelmed, out of control, lost in the woods when we don't have clarity around what we're doing, anything that we're doing, anything that we're logistically getting up and doing, our habits, our actions in our life. When we don't have any clarity around that and how we want our actions and our habits to move our life forward, we feel very overwhelmed. We feel very lost in the woods. We feel very out of control. And the crazy thing is, in a world where so often we focus on what's not in our control, we actually have much more in our control than sometimes we give ourselves credit for. We really do, because we also control, most importantly, the story that's in our head. So if we're telling ourselves that we don't have control over anything, that's what we're actually experiencing. And if we flip that script and tell ourselves a different story, that we are in control of 99% of what's going on in our life, and we're certainly in control of the story that's happening in our head, the dialogue, the conversation that's happening in our head, our experience changes. So I've been talking a lot about mastering your mornings. And I have that free course, Master Your Mornings, to help you create a morning routine. And I've been talking a lot about Project 100. And the reason why I talk so much about Project 100, about morning routine, about consistency, about showing up, is because all of those actions create clarity. I don't have to get up in the morning and wonder what I'm doing. I don't wander around feeling overwhelmed or out of control or lost in the woods. I get up and know very clearly what my operating system is for the morning, and that helps me set up my morning, which sets up my day, which sets up my life. So when we get overwhelmed or feel like we're focusing on all the stuff that's out of control, it's because we've lost our clarity. We've lost our way. And as we head into these last 90 days of this year, which is crazy to think about, what I'm here to encourage you to do, give you a little truth love around doing is, what are your goals? What do you want to accomplish in these last 90 days? And for me, as a health and fitness, but also really life in a way, coach, because we start with fitness. It does start with a workout, but what happens in that workout is what happens in our life. And as I coach people through our fitness programs, we're really just talking about life. And so Project 100, as we come into these last 90 days, when we started the last 100 days of 2020, we took a combination of fitness and nutrition and morning routine and habits so that I could mentor my coaches, my customers, my people, my Project 100 team, really through life. And my goal was to create clarity for them. In a time when it feels like so much is out of our control, I wanted to create clarity for my community. I wanted to illuminate the path for them and kind of clear away the clutter and the dust and the fog and the overwhelm and the feeling of being lost, and create clarity. Because when we have that beautifully illuminated path of here's what I do, here's where I'm going, it's so much easier to move forward. And frankly, life should feel like it has some ease to it. Life doesn't have to be so hard. You can work hard, but life doesn't have to be so hard. And chances are your life's probably not that hard or any harder than anyone else's, but we get this stuff in our heads that we're so overwhelmed and life is so hard, and we create all this dust and fog and all these clouds. And if we can just blow the smoke off of that and get clarity, suddenly we also have ease and flow and joy. And so for Project 100, that was my goal. And then it just so happened that in the Team Beachbody world, we also had a launch of a new program, a lifting and running program. So I created some clarity around our morning habits, which I'm already so passionate about, with our goals and our affirmations and our personal growth and tracking all of that. And then we had this launch of a new program today, 30-day breakaway. So all of a sudden we now have clarity around our fitness and our nutrition. Think about this. If you have clarity around your morning routine and you get up in the morning and I always say come downstairs because I have a 2-story house. Come downstairs and you know exactly what steps, what actions, what habits you're plugging into right away when you get up. And then you know exactly what you're doing for your workout, your nutrition. And you know exactly where your community is that is supporting you, lifting you up, helping you along the way, walking alongside you. How much clarity and peace and calm does that bring to your life? All of a sudden, the stuff that really has such an incredible, big, lasting effect on your life is taken care of for you. Your morning routine is set up. You're fueling your brain with good stuff. You're writing down your goals. You're tracking that. You're plugging into a community who's also doing the same. You're moving your body with intention and you're fueling your body with intention. And all of that clarity provides such ease and confidence and control the rest of your day and the rest of your life. So today, I'm just here to drop some truth love and to encourage you. How can you get clarity in your life? For me, it's tracking everything. I use this journal, and then of course I use my morning Meltdown 100 journal to track everything. It's now dialing into this program because now I don't have to worry about, gosh, what am I doing for my workouts today? Well, I don't have to worry about that because I have clarity around my plan. I have clarity around what I'm doing every single day. That's one less thing in my brain space. When everything else is in there, I can take that out of my bandwidth. I don't have to worry about that. I have clarity around my fitness and my nutrition. I have clarity around my goals and my visions and what I want to accomplish, not just now, but in my life. I have clarity around what I'm putting in my head right now, how I'm fueling my brain and my heart. I have clarity around the direction I want to take these last 90 days during Project 100. I'm using these habits to create the confidence and the control that I think we're all seeking right now. And this morning in the shower, as I was thinking about this idea of clarity, I was thinking about, last year I set a really big goal, just the last 2 months of the year. So I'm actually giving myself a little bit more time right now. I'm getting very clear on my goals. That's just learning, right? Self-evaluation, self-awareness. And I set a really big goal last year, and it gave me such clarity around everything else that I did that it changed my business. It changed my life. And this morning in the shower, where all good ideas come from, I had another epiphany, I had another idea. It's time to set another goal for these last 90 days. I want to help 90 women get connected with a plan that will give them clarity, that will help them feel in control, help them create confidence, help them create calm. I want to help 90 women. 90 days left in the year. How about I help 90 women find the clarity that I am seeking and finding and implementing and creating every single day too. So that sounds like something that you are ready to do. If you are ready for more clarity in your life, you want more confidence and calm, you're tired of the overwhelm, you're tired of feeling like you're lost, I think I can help you. Let's do it together these last 90 days. Until the next time we talk, stay strong.